This is Canucks Only.
This is Canucks Only.
Here are your hosts, Shylo Smith and Rob Young.
Shylo, how you doing?
Good.
Welcome back to another episode of Canucks Only. We're recording another episode on September 1st. Mere weeks, days away from training camp. We thought we'd go around the league and take a look at what we think maybe would be possible to make the Canucks better. We're going to go around the league and see what we see. I think we're both confused what's happening as we talked about the summer of nothing. And literally, I mean, the Canucks are up against it. We have $3 million in cap space. We have one roster spot available. We have a whole bunch of unknowns. But let's play the game of GM and see what's going on.
Okay.
All right, let's start with Anaheim. We're going to use Puckpedia. Thank you very much, Puckpedia, for all your great work.
They actually...
Was it Cappedia when they went down? That was a very sad day in the hockey world, but Puckpedia has done an amazing job.
Yeah, they've pulled it together. This is awesome.
So Anaheim has $20 million in cap space. They have an RFA named Mason McTavish, who would look good on the Canucks roster. I think he's looking for about probably in the 7 to 10 range, I would imagine, with the new cap space available. Mm-hmm. They signed Mikael Granlund to a 3-year deal at $7 million per, which is the same as what Troy Terry makes. So Anaheim, really, there's no issue here. If I was Pat Verbeek, he's playing hardball with McTavish, from what I understand. Mm-hmm. They have Trouba, they have Radko Gudas, they have that standout rookie Jackson Lacombe, they have Mintyukov, high-end offensive defensive D rookie. He's only 21, and Olin Zellweger, who I have in my long-term pool, also under entry-level deal. Still, they're okay. They got Lucas Dostal in net. They signed Peter Mrazek. They've got Ville Husso. I mean, as a middling squad, they're fine. They have no needs other than anything they create for themselves stress-wise. So, with Cutter Gauthier, Leo Carlson, they got Frank Vetrano there, Ryan Strome, Alex Killorn, Chris Kreider to round out the roster. I mean, looking at that roster, I would almost take that roster right now.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, there's nothing...
Ryan Poehling.
If we're looking at... We have $3 million to play with. I don't know.
Yeah. I would say that any deal with Anaheim would have to be a pretty sweetheart deal to pry McTavish away, and we need two things. We need cap room. Well, we need cap room, and we don't really have it. Nope. So I think that is a bit of a pipe dream for now. And if he moves before, I think he could possibly move before we could ever get to him. Mm-hmm. I mean, Anaheim has options. There is no need. They're not up against it. What we're kind of looking for is maybe hacking the menu, as I call it when I go to a restaurant, trying to find what things that people have missed price-wise. And there is nothing that we can hack here on Anaheim. So let's move on to Boston.
Okay. Boston
was terrible last year. They have right now only $2 million in cap space, and they have a full roster. So there's a little more play here with Pasternak leading the way at $11 million. He's signed till 2030.
Yeah, he's not.
Or he's UFA in 2031. They signed Elias Lindholm, which took him off our hands at 7.7. You know, even Elias Lindholm, I don't think it would have solved our problems.
No,
we wouldn't have had room for him right now. They have the perpetually underachieving Casey Middlestat, who's now 26, incredibly, and making 5.7. They've got Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha.
I like Geekie. Anyway.
Yeah, no, he looked good.
They just signed him, I think. They just signed him for a bit.
Yeah, he's a 2031 UFA now, this long-term contract. Yeah. He's 27. You know, I think he's a bit of a late bloomer. He's got lots of skill.
But he's not a fix for the Canucks.
No, not at all.
To be honest.
Yeah, not at all. He's he's maybe a better Daniel Sprong, a better NHLer version of Daniel Sprong. Got some offense. Not really our fix. Now, Pavel Zacha is a name that I heard and I do not want on the Canucks squad, and I'll tell you why. In my long-term pool, I've watched this guy for 9 years now, and he has still never done anything, including in the playoffs when I picked him up in my playoff run a couple years ago. He is a fringer. He is at age 28. I think his window of his own career is closing on himself. So, Victor Arvidsson, they just traded for from the Oilers. They got Tanner Jeannot, who is now a UFA there until 2030. So that's not a need for them. Sean Corrali, I think he just signed there as well, coming back to Boston from wherever he was. And the other ones are just there's no difference makers for us on the forwards.
No.
And there's they're led by Charlie McAvoy. They're solid. Hampus Lindholm was 31.
Is he really?
Yeah. I remember from the Anaheim days, 31 seems about right, I guess. Zadorov, of course. Mason Lorelei is pretty tantalizing prospect there. He's 24. Joki Haru, I'm not sure what team he came from last year or he was there before. Andrew Peak and someone never heard of Jordan Harris. I think he's supposed to be okay, actually. And then Swayman and Korpisalo and net. So I don't know if there's any need there. There's no one there that there's no surplus and there's no cap crunch. Let's put it that way. I think. Do you see anything there?
No.
Why don't you go ahead? So once you tackle Buffalo, then I'll tackle the next one. And so it's not me just all talking here. So scan it. Scan Buffalo and see what you see there.
So Buffalo's got $5 million cap space. Let's see what we got here. So I'm just taking a look now at their.
So Josh Norris is there.
Norris,
yeah, he got traded there. That was in the Cousins deal.
Yeah,
which was an interesting one in itself. But he's $7.9 million, but he's got cap certainty till 2030 now.
Yep.
That's not a bad deal for Norris. I mean, if they felt like moving on from him, that could be a guy I would look at. He was attached to the Canucks name for the Pettersson deal. Him and or Cousins.
Yep. But that's a big contract. We'd have to definitely. We don't have the space, so we'd have to figure something out.
Yeah,
that'd be moving something back to them. I don't know if picking him up and. Like what would whatever
it would
have
probably
to give
cost
back.
us Connor Garland in any sort of it would be
I'd say at least it would have
a Höglander Garland type deal because they would want a difference maker. Yep. They're loaded with Thompson, and Alex Tuck is potentially attractive. His UFA next year at 4.7. So he's a short-term fix because we still won't have room for him past that. Zach Benson, local kid, that could be an interesting one. He's a bit of a spark plug and got some offense. I mean, that makes sense. Zach Benson makes sense for us.
Benson, yeah. I mean, he's
local.
He's young. He's local. He can play center and wing.
Yeah.
So he's diverse.
So that one makes a lot of sense for me. If you do some sort of maybe it's a Norris and Benson deal. I don't know if that's too much for Buffalo, but if they've freed up room, I don't know who's in their wings coming up, but they always, and that's an even thing. The Buffalo's in tough because they've been stinking it up a lot. So they need something to change it up. Right. So,
yeah, because they're also going to be looking for a difference maker coming back, right? They need some.
And Byram signed a bridge deal there, or a bridge deal at 6.25. So there is room there. A bigger deal involving Petey makes it way easier, moving around $11 million. Yep. So there's a lot more room. Anyways, but then we still need another center. Although Norris and Benson become your center.
I don't know if they would go for a PD trade though.
Well, they were interested in him. They were interested in him with Cousins going. They were in the conversation a lot.
Okay.
So
I'm just looking at their numbers, and I'm like, it's 11 million.
There's a great video on YouTube right now on what a big problem Buffalo has because of how they play.
Yeah.
There was a coaching culture problem there, and I think it's possible. That's just my take on it based on everything I've seen. Anything else that stick? I think the Byram, Benson, and Norris as pieces make sense.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to flip over to Calgary. Calgary has $15 million in cap space, surprisingly. That's crazy. UFAs they're all locked up until next year. They have no UFAs. They have one RFA is Connor Zary. He's a great little player. He's only 23. We're not making a deal with Calgary though. There's no way around that. So, okay, you're next. Who's the next?
Carolina. Carolina's got 10 million cap space, but they're also locked up. They got
that's crazy.
Aho is 2032. Ehlers is
at 9. He's less than 10. That's crazy value for him.
Yeah, Ehlers is 2031 at 8.5.
Man,
I can't say his name.
Svechnikov. He's a winger though.
He's a winger though, but he's 7.7 and he's locked up till 2030. Seth Jarvis, these guys are that's talent. Even Taylor Hall's locked up till 2028.
It's crazy. 3 million. Yeah, it's crazy. Kotkaniemi, I really don't like that player. I didn't like him. He was with Montreal. He cheap shotted Petey in Petey's rookie year, and I've not liked him since.
Yep.
Him and Mike Matheson in Florida too. Cheap shotted Petey that year. Although he's $4 million, he's locked up to 2030. He is a solution for the Canucks. He was attached to the Canucks with the PD rumors. So
are you saying moving PD and picking up, or is this someone?
No, I'm saying that he represents. Yeah, everything I'm sort of eyeballing is more on an ad. Is more on their end, not our end. Okay. And I guess it depends who you talk about moving. P is not necessarily part of that conversation, right? So I would say that Kotkaniemi right now would not require PD to move.
No.
And represents part of the solution, right? So if Quinn Hughes moves at some point, now the Canucks center depth is not as much of an issue because he is a pretty good talent. He's 25. I think he's a bit of a hothead, meaning he doesn't keep it all. He doesn't have good composure. I think he loses it. But as a young center, for me he's a solution. Okay, they've also got I see Stankoven, but you go ahead. You see what else you see.
They got a lot of the older boys in there too, but they got, Jackson Blake I'm looking at his name and I'm like, how come I can't? The whole last name first name last messes with me.
It's messing you up.
Yeah, because I was like, they got Blake Jackson, but that's not his name. Jackson Blake.
So that's Jason Blake's son, hey, from the Leafs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's locked up, but if they could do something for I don't know.
He's also a winger though, right? He's a right winger.
Yeah, but so he's a winger, but we also have if you could throw him third line.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
That'd be great.
And we're just daydreaming here, right? But third line $5 million player, I don't know. Anyway,
Stankoven would be amazing, but I don't think we're gonna get him.
Stankoven would be amazing.
You could have a Coots, Stankoven, Garland. You could have the mini Scoots.
But like those two guys are both locked up for till 34.
Yeah, I think he's pretty happy there too. So that would be He's got $10 million in cap space. This is ridiculous.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
they have a full roster, and their UFAs next year are Jankowski. He's a fringe 30-year-old now,
big whoop,
and Tyson Yost.
And again, big whoop,
although Tyson Yost could be, I mean, although you want people who are at least on a bit of an upswing. I like Tyson Yost. He's got lots of talent, but
well, I just mean he's not going to impact the cap space they have available.
Right. You know, like although that would be amazing. You give him for Yost, he fixes the problem immediately. He's an experienced NHL. You know, he's a UFA the next year. He's making $1 million. He's making $775. Yeah, $700K. Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I sort of trampled all over you on the next one on that one.
That's okay. I have no problems with that. And then in their defense, there's nothing I want, to be honest.
Yeah, and defense is not our problem, right? So, like, I guess, you know, focusing. I mean, Carolina, they must be the gold standard right now for running a team because they are contenders. They are top 4 in the East for sure, based on this roster. It's crazy.
I know. It's that they're. How far did they make it last season? I can't remember. I don't really.
I think second round, right, for sure.
Is it second round? Hurricanes.
So they made it to the the third round. They the conference finals.
Yeah.
They lost to Florida.
Yeah, they lost to Florida.
Shows you my shoddy memory.
That's okay. So it's never a bad thing when you lose to the Stanley Cup winner outside of the fourth round, right? Like
Carolina has a bit of a different problem, is that they're loaded, but they need some more killer instinct.
Yeah.
They need, you know, you could almost say Dallas. Well, Dallas has hit injuries and bad luck.
Yeah.
I think Carolina's just a bit soft in their makeup. Elias will change a little bit of that. Stankoven changed a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. They need a little bit more, but yeah.
And you know, another thing, I not that I'm just whatever, but their goaltending. So they got Anderson.
Yeah.
At 2.7.
Yeah.
But they're definitely going to.
Well, they got room.
Yeah.
The thing is,
like if they land like a, you know.
They got room. They can
$6 million goalie.
Yeah, they can fix that. They can even trade for Demko if they wanted to at that point.
They could,
right? And that would change one of the things they need. Anyways, I mean, and Anderson's been great, but he's been injured. And Kochetkov did pretty well as well.
I don't know much about him.
Freddie Anderson's 35 as well. So.
He is.
Okay, let's jump to Chicago.
There's nothing here that
No, there is Tyson Yost. There's tons there, but they have no needs. There's no needs, right? So we go to Chicago next. They have $18.6 million in cap space, which is crazy. They have one more roster spot available with 22 contracts. They need to fill almost the basement of the. They're only $6 million away from the floor of what they need to spend.
Wow!
Looks like they signed Ryan Donato. Is their long-term. Frank Nazar, he's 21. He signed to 2033 now. That's crazy. He's a little spark plug center. Bedard is a UFA in the same year as Quinn is UFA. So, you know, there's no problems here. They're eating Shea Weber's contract right now. You know, they're playing with a lot of room and yeah, they're rebuilding. Clear rebuilder. So why don't you go to Colorado?
Colorado's interesting. It's I was just comparing it to Carolina. It's like, I don't know. Well, I'll go through it with you here. Yeah. So they got $1 million cap space right now.
Yeah, 1.3.
1.3. They just actually signed a couple weeks ago. A couple of guys, Alex Gagne and Victor Olofsson.
Yeah, Olofsson signed cheap too, 1.5, which is very surprising.
Well, when you look at the rest of their roster, it might have been a hometown
He's
deal.
32. Wow, I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah, it might have been a hometown deal just to sort of stick with them for another season. And see
Well,
if
he's
they
moved
can
around
make
a
it.
little bit too. He started with Buffalo, and then where did he go after that? Anyways, carry on. Yeah, that's interesting. Good deal for them.
Yep. And where'd I go? But they are, yeah, they're. Where am I? They have obviously McKinnon.
Yeah.
They picked. They got Brock Nelson.
Yeah, signed on a 3-year deal there, 7.5. Landeskog could be interesting too because he may or may not come off the books if he's healthy or not, and that's a tough one. They're going to have a problem with Martin Necas in next year, as well.
And they got a bunch. I mean, this season they don't have, but they got Jack Drury, Victor's on that 1 year. A lot of their older guys,
and they're a contender.
I like Ivan. I just like his name, Ivan. He's a center, left-hand shot.
Basically, Colorado only has a problem if they feel that they need to add. McKinnon, Nelson, Landeskog, Necas, Nikushin, Lehkonen. After that, it's all role players. Olesen could move the needle. Man, they sure like taking those flyers on the Nikushins and Olesens, and then who else? Did it before. Drew N. Take all these flyers and these guys that are kind of like on having fringe careers, and then you put them in obviously a superstar lineup. And
Brent Burns is still playing? Holy smokes.
He just got traded there. Apparently, he didn't want to take a lesser role in Carolina. So he decided to bail. I can't remember if he traded or was UFA. But I don't think Colorado is up against it unless they feel they need to move, and that'll only happen at the trade deadline, I think. Unless they have a major injury, and they'll just take the cap space at that point.
Yeah. They'll take cap space for sure.
So I'm going to move on to CBJ because there's nothing in Colorado that's going to help. Okay, Columbus has got $15.5 million in cap space.
Wow.
They, I think Charlie Coyle just signed there. Who else? Someone else just signed there as well. 15 in cap space. They're in an in-between state as well. I don't think. Well, they just signed Miles Wood, I think. He signed from Colorado. Well, Werenski is a top 3, 4, 5 defenseman in the league. Provorov is there. So, but D-wise, we're not looking at that. But all I'm looking at is that where are they in the competitiveness? And I think they're a wild card team, potentially. Kent Johnson is a winger. I thought he was more of a center. And he's 22, making 1.8. He's an RFA in 2 years, not next year, but the year after. They have a bunch of young talent. Fantilli is going to come up. He's going to get about $10 million, I would imagine. That's going to eat up some of their space. But by then, Charlie Coyle and Boone Jenner will be done or on lesser deals. I don't know. That's a tough one because no one there is really killing it. Center-wise, I don't see any help for the Canucks in Columbus. I don't see anything that makes sense for either team. Whew. Move on to Dallas.
Okay. They got $400,000 of cap space.
Crazy. They're full up, but they have no UFAs or
no UFAs.
Needs. Next year it'll be different because I think where is it? Robertson's RFA next year. Yeah, Jamie Benn signed for $1 million. Looks like he gets performance bonuses of $3 million. I'm just clicking over the icon here. Okay. Duchesne re-signed there. Wow, that's crazy because I think Duchesne 34, 35, 36, 37. He'll be 37 or 38 when he's done there.
Yep.
Robertson's a problem for them at 7.75 right now. RFA next year. UFA the year after that. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, where they're RFA then immediately a UFA.
UFA.
That's crazy. Tyler Seguin, he's 33. And anyways, I don't know. Do you see anything that makes sense for the Canucks?
I don't see anything that is going to fix now. There's a couple players where I'm like, it would be nice to get them, but
I thought Jamie Benn might take a crack signing the Canucks, but obviously he wants to win a cup and he wants to win in Dallas. He's the captain.
Yeah.
So that's a bit tougher scenario. So I don't really see anything that Dallas could.
No.
Unless they're really going to shake it up.
Good. It's like, that's what we need. That's gonna be the guy that carries us over,
Yeah, and as a contender, they're more worried about, I don't think they have any problems there. Let's just put it that way.
No.
Move on to Detroit.
Yeah.
They've got 11.9, so basically 12 million in cap space. Dylan Larkin, age 29. Wow, that's snuck up on.
Larkin's 29.
Wow.
My goodness.
Raymond. Obviously, the in 2 years, again, same year as Quinn Hughes, DeBrincat is UFA. They're full up. 23 contracts on board right now. Center. I'm just looking for centers here. Marco Casper, he's 21, entry level. I don't, it's interesting because you think Detroit might be one of those teams that you could get something.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Rasmussen, who is a local boy as well, he's 26,
mm-hmm.
which I thought, that's surprising. He only makes 3.2. If they wanted to move on from him, that might make sense for the Canucks if they want to take a flyer on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good talent, but he's never really put it together on a consistent basis. There's nothing there. I'm surprised. I thought there would be some things that you could maybe pluck or potentially, might make sense, but I don't see anything there.
No.
Okay, you got Edmonton next.
I think this is going to be more of the same. Oh, they got 225,000 of cap space.
Oh.
So kind of none.
And, what kind of a deal do you want to do with Edmonton, really? I mean, even having Podkolzin in there is a pain in the butt because, for all the times you have to watch him, it's a pain in the butt.
Honestly, like, the only way that I'm making something with them is if, for whatever reason, Draisaitl or McDavid is out. So if McDavid is looking, like, I'll sell the farm to get McDavid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's not coming to Vancouver, though.
No, he's not.
He's going to Toronto or somewhere big, Bright Lakes, big city of LA or New York Rangers or something crazy like that. Vegas. I could see him going to Vegas. If Vegas moves on from Eichel, I could see Vegas like making some crazy, probably, a couple $1 million more per year than everyone else with no state tax as well. Yeah. That's the only thing I could ever see happen.
So just picture this now, okay?
Okay.
Carolina has $10 million in cap space.
Yep.
Imagine Carolina picking him up.
Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
The only thing I would consider, and this is a buy. This is buying low, is Nugent Hopkins at $5 million. Local boy, 32. He's been up and down. He's a great player, but he's never done. He's a great player who's never done like magnificent things for being first overall and having that potential. But he's been a great role player for them the last couple of years. And at $5 million, he's a steal right now.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But they're not going to trade him because they need him. They need him at the second center or third center. You have him on.
Give up. We'd have to give up. Like, he's not. Yeah.
You have him on the third line. Like, that's crazy, right? So there's nothing. All right, let's move on to Florida. I just don't think, unless you see anything on Edmonton that makes sense.
No, there's nothing that's. What do you think about Kasperi? What's his name? Kapanen?
Kapanen? Oh, he's kind of
at 1.3.
He's kind of done. He resurrected his career in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I had him originally in my long-term pool, so I've watched him for a long time. Great wheels, great pedigree, and just a whole bunch of nothing. Like, he's never put it together on a consistent basis where, if you look at his career, total career points or even points per year,
it's pretty low.
It's not great.
Okay.
Let's see. He 44 points. 30. His best year in the league was his first full year after being a rookie. 44 points He's never cracked 40 points after that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So great wheels. Like, he knew how to, like, I was kind of happy for him in the playoffs because he did very well. He made a difference for them, and he just knew his role. He wasn't a scared young guy coming in. He's 29, right? So, and good wheels, good hockey sense, but just
I just remember he was like a force to reckon with in the playoffs. Like he was
great. He was really great
awesome.
for them. So.
And then so it surprised me to see him at 1.3, right?
Yeah, totally.
But
well, he was almost out of the league, I would imagine, like on his way to Europe or Russia. That's my take on it. Because again, in our long-term pool, you're always looking for these guys that no one has, and you're like, oh, is he good? And if you in our mid-season draft, you get a chance to pick up players, so you're always watching for these little guys that are falling through the cracks, and always looking. All right, I'm going to shift to Florida. I'm going to say there is a big fat zero here to deal with because they have no needs. That's not true. So at they're 4.5 over the cap, but I think that they're going to do some crazy magic with LTIR. I think that they'll save some of that.
Tkachuk's still injured, right?
Oh yeah, it was a pretty bad knee injury. So I think if they sit out Barkov and Tkachuk for any month, they'll be fine-ish. They might need to play some salary cap games at that point, but I think there's fine. There's nothing. Let's see, center-wise, no, there's nobody. I mean, you go from Barkov to Bennett to Lundell, and then whoever your fourth line center is. Yeah. No sick. So no one, there's no surplus. They have a lot of wingers, and just I don't think there's any help, unless you see something I don't.
No.
Okay, you've got LA.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at that. They got 2.6 cap. I mean, Kopitar, but he's old. It'd have to be.
No, he's going to retire after this. I think he's going to retire a King. He's not going to.
He's done.
He'll be 39 when that contract's up at $7 million, and they'll retire his number, and away they go.
I don't see anything in here that's.
No, I don't think so.
That's going to be an immediate fix for the Canucks that we can.
So they're not trading Byfield. They're not trading Deneau.
I mean, Laferriere?
Yeah. No.
They're not getting rid of him. But he would be a great add. He's a winger, though, but he'd be a great add to the Canucks.
Yeah. No fixes, no help there. I'm going to move to Minnesota here. Let's see. They've got $4 million cap space, surprisingly. They are up against it. So I think that the Marco Ross... Well, no, did they sign him a deal? Looks like they signed. He's at $5 million. So what is the deal with him?
Good for him.
Marco Rossi news. Yeah, extension 6 days ago. So he's signed for $5 million, which is interesting. What did he? What are 3 deal? Okay, so they've solved their own problem. So there is no problem there. So that's not any help. So that was the chatter for the Canucks. Tarasenko, I think, just signed there for 1 year deal. Zuccarello. Let's see, center Hartman, no thanks. He's 30. Apparently, he's a great guy. I heard some stories on Spitting Chicklets for Marc-Andre Fleury's retirement. But there's really Danila Yurov, who I believe Judd Brackett drafted there, and that was the old who drafted who with the Canucks when Judd Brackett was with the Canucks.
Yeah.
Kaprizov winger, Boldy winger, Eriksson X center, Marco Rossi. So who's their third center? Hartman. Yeah, they're not. There's no help here. There's nothing that represents a solution. I would say nah. They've solved their own problems with Rossi, and that's all that really they had to deal with. So I think we're on to Montreal here. And
Montreal, there's potential here.
Okay.
So they're in over 5. They're almost $6 million over cap.
Okay, good.
Which good, yeah, good for us.
Yep.
And they got lots of guys that are a year away, UFAs and RFAs.
Oh yeah, they're kind of screwed. Yeah, they're up
kind of screwed here. So they're really up against it. So, I mean, like picking up like a Patrick Laine.
He's not a center, but he's also $8 million. So, I mean, you'd have to move some pieces for that for sure. And they like him in Montreal. They really, really like him there. So I don't know. Suzuki's 26 already. He's the same age as Laine at 27. That's crazy.
So another interesting option would be Kirby Doc. Is that his?
Kirby Doc.
Doc.
Yep.
He's sort of up and coming. Like he's got some.
That's
some
a good
potential.
Call. I like that.
He was out. Not last year, the year before, I believe.
Yeah.
But like the year before that, and actually here, let's look at his stats. Year before that, 38 points.
He tore his ACL and MCL.
Oh, ouch.
He played 57 games last year, but the year before he played 2 games.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that's one of those ones like, oof, it might take a year or two to have that knee fully back, and that almost a year or two of not playing. So you can play for a full year. Crazy. But yeah, I like that call. 3.3 RFA, UFA.
Like we could afford him now. He's the type of player that,
that doesn't get them out of trouble. They need to move 2 people at that rate.
Yeah.
And Alex Newhook, maybe, would they move off of him? I mean,
I don't know.
That's crazy because, they almost need to move. Let's see, centers Nick Suzuki.
I don't know.
And you're into Kirby Doc. Kirby Doc has to be part of their future, you'd think. Newhook, maybe. Jake Evans plays center. I'm just looking at who the centers are.
Oh, okay.
Oliver Kapanen, Joe Veleno. Okay, Joe Veleno, yeah. So they're okay. They actually have an extra center, so that's a good call. So I think a Kirby Doc or an Alex Newhook could be a
good steal.
Yeah, it could be a great steal. That's a great call.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We'll put it in the book. We'll put it in the.
Give us Kirby. Yeah, we want Kirby, and it's Montreal, and we don't have to give up much to get him. Yeah.
Okay, Nashville. I'm going to go there. They have $9.3 million in cap space, which is amazing. They have 1 roster spot to fill. They're interesting too because they're older. I think they're. Would you bring a Ryan O'Reilly at age 34 here? My brother asked me about that, and my initial reaction was no. But he kind of fits the bill, solid. I bet you he's going to play till he's 40, Ryan O'Reilly. I think just the type of player, smart.
Let's take a look. He has played. He's had some injured years.
He's a warrior. He's elite. He's Team Canada consideration. That's one that if they wanted to, but they have no needs. They have $10 million in cap room. They're trying to win with Stamkos there, Stamkos and Forsberg. So I don't think they move. There's no need. There's no need for Nashville to do anything.
Nope.
No. Okay. We'll skip that. Unless someone did something crazy. New Jersey Devils. You get the Devils.
Okay. Well, we'll take Jack Hughes.
$8 million. He's locked up to 2030 at $8 million.
That is such a deal for
He will be half of what McDavid gets.
Wow.
And their contracts will probably expire about the same time.
Yep. Wow.
And so he will want a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money, but wow. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Jesper Bratt was part of the 5-body problem. So you've got with Hughes, I'll just quickly hijack this for a second. Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier.
Yep.
And then you've got, so that's 3. Then you've got Luke Hughes, that's 4. And if you bring Quinn, it's 5. They will have a 5-body problem.
Yep.
Right. So Hischier or Bratt becomes I can't believe Jesper Bratt's 27.
Wow.
That's crazy. So somebody's also going to move there, and then you've got this Simon Nemec who is on an entry level. So they will have a 5 or 6 body problem. So in my mind, if they move for Quinn Hughes, Simon Nemec must come back. He's a right shot offensive D. I think he went number 2 or number 3 overall. He is the target that will have to come back in my mind. There can't be a deal without Simon Nemec if Quinn Hughes leaves our franchise to New Jersey. So, anyways.
Simon Nemec and Nico Hischier.
And I would say Timo Meier. I say Timo Meier off that as well to rebuild. He's only 28. I don't think you do. I think it's Quinn Hughes is going to outshine all of them as a Norris Trophy winning generational defenseman. Anyways, that's just But New Jersey has no need right now. They have no roster spots to fill, and they have $6 million cap space. So they're actually in fantastic position. They could almost take Quinn Hughes right now. Yep. Right, which is great. Okay, so that's good to know because we could take. They could do the Nemec. If they, Dawson Mercer has been up and down for them. He's still young. He's 23, but I think for the track record of Nemec so far, it would have to be a Hischier. Well, it doesn't have to be, but a Nemec Hischier type deal. Mm-hmm. And then it makes sense. Minimum. That's at minimum. But there's no need for Jersey to do anything. They might want to because it makes sense this year, and if they think they're a competitive window, then yeah. Okay, I got the Islanders. That I'm going to move on because I don't think there's anything there. They have $1.6 million in cap space. They have all their roster spots filled. Bo Horvat.
And there's no one there that's a fix for us.
And they're not. They're in between as well. I think they're better than say Columbus. But there's no need for them to do something here. Like, they need Barzal, they need Horvat, they got rid of Nelson, so they need Anders Lee. He's also old. He's gonna. There's 2 UFAs of Anders Lee and Jean-Gabriel Pajot, and then Tony D'Angelo next year. So they're fine. They actually need to keep all their young guys. They don't need to move anything.
Wow. Horvat had his 2 highest point years the past 2 years at New York.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In his whole career. Except for the 1 year in the Canucks, 6-1. But he had 68 points last year, 2 years ago, 57 points last year.
Wow. Okay.
And he's acting on, what's he play? Second line?
Yeah, because Barzal will be number 1, right?
Barzal will be number 1. So he's second line. Wow. Good for him. Anyway, moving on.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. They just signed Drouin. Kyle Palmieri's there. He's 34. Duclair just signed there, I think. Could be wrong with that. For me, they're always a middling team. They've got some middling talent. Here Barzal would move the needle. I don't know if bringing Bo back would move the needle as much as a Barzal.
No. I don't think so.
And after that, there's nothing I could say, for them post moving Dobson. I think they're trying to rebuild a little bit or retool a little bit. So unless you see something,
no,
then you've got the Rangers.
What do you think about Laferriere?
I haven't thought much of him, but I think he's going to be one of those players where, he's also Team Canada consideration. So he is excellent. But they even in the Miller or PD deals, his name was mentioned, and the Rangers outrightly just rejected it. So Lafreniere is not an option, and he's signed up to 2032. That's unbelievable value for him. That's crazy.
That's why I was looking at it going, that's a wicked deal for that contract.
So you have to look at the core, right? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if we could if I would take him. He would be someone that would be, you're going to get something out of him right away.
You move a lot to get that player, from what I understand. I haven't seen it yet. If you look at his point production, but he is I think he's like a lightning rod. Like, he's lightning in the bottle still, as far as what people feel about him. So I think it would take a lot to pry him out of there.
Yeah,
it would take a significant injury and a significant derailment of where the Rangers are at, especially knowing that 11 million are coming off the books with Panarin.
Yeah.
So they don't need Panarin based on this roster, as far as I'm concerned. Zibanejad's locked up, Miller's locked up, Lafreniere's locked up, Trocheck's even reasonably locked up.
Yep.
So then this Will Cooley's going to be good. I don't know much about Taylor Radish, but he's 27. Parson, and don't know much about him. Sam Carrick, he's 33. Anyways, they're going to have room. They're going to have room to play with, and it's always New York. They want to make a big splash. So, anyways, but I don't think
there's not much outside of going for that.
No, they're set. They're ready to compete. They need some. I think they need some revenge for the last couple of years, and so we'll move on to Ottawa. Okay, so Ottawa has got 4.2 in cap space. I'm just going to take a scan here. They have one contract to fill still. They just signed Kaliev, or traded for him. He's a sniper that was in LA. They have the other Cousins, which is always confusing. Well, I have both Cousins now, Nick Cousins and Dylan Cousins. I'm glad they're on the same team, actually, because that was always confusing. I don't think they have any overages. I don't think they have anything that's a surplus here. So Dylan Cousins, Shane Pinto, maybe. Shane Pinto, he's going to want a lot of money next year, so that's kind of screws it up. He makes 3.7, but I think they really like him there. They just signed Lars Eller. Claude Giroux just re-signed. They thought about him for the Canucks, but he's mostly a winger. I don't see any help there unless you do.
No, I don't see anything that really.
Okay, you got the next one.
Helps. Philly, 300,000 cap hit. They got 3 spots they can still fill with no cap space. So there might be something here.
I see active rosters 23 out of 23, so I don't think they need anybody.
No, okay. Oh, sorry. I wasn't looking at active roster. I looked at the standard contracts. That was my bad, because they're at 47 to 50.
Let's see. I think they're also based on, they just got Zegras. Sean Couturier is 32. He ain't going anywhere.
But Zegras.
They just got Dvorak. So Noah Cates, $4 million. I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
After that, this Bobby Brink, he's got potential. He put up a good rookie season, but I think he tailed off or was injured or something. He's a winger, though. Not much help there. Not much that I see.
Not immediate.
Okay, Pittsburgh, 13 million in cap space.
Wow.
They have 23 out of 23 contracts. I saw a rumor online that maybe Erik Karlsson for Morgan Rielly, but that's in rumorville there. The other rumor was that Malkin might go to the Rangers. That's interesting. How much room do the Rangers have? Let's see here. They have 700,000, so that would take a little bit of wiggling for sure. Raquel wants to stay. He's a winger. Kevin Hayes is 33. He's UFA. He could be okay. He would be a gap stop for us. I could see Pittsburgh moving him. Thomas Novak. There's a Nosek and a Novak, and I think they both played for Vegas. He's a 3.5. He's a fourth liner. That doesn't help. Blake Lizotte. I think he's a grinder. I could be wrong on that. Justin Brazeau is interesting. He's a huge 6'5" forward that's got good hands. He's 27. He's not a center though. And after that, they're screwed. They got Matt Dumba there now. They're kind of screwed. So there's no help there for us. You got San Jose.
Yeah, there's nothing here either. Just going through it. They got 19 million in cap space, which might explain why they have nothing that we would.
Right. Just look at the centers: Wenberg, Barclay, Goudreau, Adam Gaudette. I mean, would you take Gaudette back at this point?
No.
I think he just signed there. I think
he did. He did a 3-year, but
he's 28 too now. That's crazy.
Yep. But no.
No.
There's, The only people that I would take here are guys that are like, younger that don't help now.
Yeah, and they're not up against it. There's no cap crunch or anything. So I'm going to jump to Seattle.
So there's nothing.
Seattle has 4.5 or 4.6 million in cap space. They have 23 roster spots filled out of 23, so they have no needs. Let's just scan here. Jared McCann, I would love to maybe entertain ever bringing back, only because he was a Canuck at one point. Doesn't make a lot of sense. They just signed Mason Marchment, my favorite names ever. Marchment, McTavish. After that, this Ty Cartier, he seemed to do okay. He did get okay against us. Shane Wright, I mean, there's a flyer on someone that, would they ever give up on a Shane Wright? That's something you also maybe take a flyer on, but I don't think they would ever give up on him this early. So I don't think anything in Seattle, not with, $4.5 million in cap space.
No.
I think you got Seattle, St. Louis next.
Yeah, so St. Louis has got 600,000 cap space. Here's an interesting name.
Okay.
Dylan Holloway. He's only got a year left at 2.2.
Yeah. Oh, yep. That's a good call.
He's a center. He put up 60 some odd points last season.
That's a good call.
I think he would be, even though he's a bit younger, I think he'd be the type of guy that would be a good fix now. Bring him in.
Yep.
Right? Have him on the third line? Like, are you kidding me?
He would be he's an excellent third line guy for sure. He's only 23 too. That's crazy.
He's only 23, so he's even got time. Like, it's not, this isn't a Band-Aid fix either. This is something that you can carry with.
They just signed Suter. They just signed Bukestad. St. Louis is also a higher end middling team. They wanted to move off of Kyrou, but then I think they re-signed him. Robert Thomas he's their foundation there.
So if I was going to do something, that's where I would go with this.
I guess St. Louis will be one of those teams where if it goes sideways, they'll start moving things. But now they're kind of fine.
They also have Milan Lucic. If you are interested,
that's right. Is he on that roster? There, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's at he's on the bottom there. He's UFA this season.
Yeah, I think he just signed a 1 year deal or something there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 37.
Show me deal.
37. Okay, Tampa Bay. Is that you or me? I can't remember.
Tampa Bay's you. I just did.
Okay, because they
Dylan
got
Holloway.
basically $2 million in cap space. They have all their roster spots filled, 23 out of 23. They have no needs. Let's see if there's any surplus that we can spot. Cirelli ain't going anywhere. Nick Paul ain't going anywhere. Yanni Gourde just signed there. Well, $2 million for Yanni Gourde. He's 33 though, and that's awesome. But he's a third, fourth liner. Let's see. Connor Geekie. That one, but I think they really like him. But Connor Geekie at age 21 making $800,000. That would be very nice, to build around.
Yep.
That's a potential for sure. There's Jacob Pelche, I don't know anything about, but he's a center left wing as well. But we'd hear more about him if he was someone to someone of note. So I'm going to say there's nothing there. Well, there's one thing there in Tampa. So let's see. Okay, Leafs. What do you think?
Leafs, I don't even want to touch. There's nothing there. Honestly,
well, they've got cap room. They've got more cap room. Oh no, we got $3 million. They got 1.9.
They got 1.9.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna scan real quick, and
and they got guys close to UFA and RFA, but honestly, most of them are wingers.
Would you do a Max Domi ever? He's 30 now.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. David Kampf is also 30. That's crazy. Interesting.
Maybe a Joshua Dakota or Dakota Joshua. But
that's awesome.
He's not gonna fix anything. No, there's nothing on Toronto.
Yeah.
Like when you everything Toronto does is in that top four. Matthews, Nylander, Nyes, and Tavares.
Yep.
Domi is an ad, right? But that's it. Everything else.
Yeah, they've got their core. Well, 3 now.
Yep.
when Nyes kind of falls into that, and Nyes is only 22, it's great. But everyone else must be a role player when you've got a $13 million, an $11 million player, then a $7 million player, and John Tavares taking a $7 million pay cut.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Huge hometown discount.
Huge haircut on that one. That's amazing. Okay, I'm going to jump to Utah Mammoth. That's a cool logo. I'm not sure about the name still, but they have 6.6, almost 6.7 in cap space. I don't think they have any needs. They were trying to prove themselves. So let's see. Scan quick for Nick Schmaltz. Is a maybe. He's 5.8. He's always been a bit of a fringer with tons of potential. Jack McBain, he's locked up long term, so they must really like him. Alexander Kerfoot, another, I think he's local, obviously. Barrett Hayton, I don't remember which one. It was Gunther that was going to be our pick with that deal. So yes, but no. Logan Cooley, you're not getting Logan Cooley. So there's a maybe or so. It depends what they want to do. But I will say not really. But
no. So no Nick Schmaltz.
Yeah, I think I would say maybe. He's 29, and maybe that's a maybe.
Yeah.
But he's also, he's had a chance to prove himself. So I think I can't remember who he used to play with. I think Schmaltz and Besser had. I think it was Schmaltz, Besser, and it was the Edmonton guy. They were the college line.
Oh, okay.
That's no, it can't. Well, my Schmaltz. I mean, I guess Besser's 28 now, so that's about right. So
yeah, he is.
Okay, you got the next one.
Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver. Who's we got that we need?
Who do we have that we?
Oh my God!
I'd like to see Pettersson because I think we got him, but I'd really like to see him be that ad that we need. Let's move on to Vegas. They're at minus $7 million in cap space.
As they do.
And they have a roster spot open too.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Wow.
So they'll pull the UFA. Although Pietrangelo might change all that at minus 8. So minus 8.8. So they'll be fine because he's not going to play this
Jack
year.
Eichel,
yeah.
He's UFA next season.
I would say Thomas Hertel at age 31 is a maybe.
Yeah.
6.7. Barbashev, a maybe. I would say a Brett Howden's a maybe. There's some maybes on here for me.
For Jack Eichel?
Yeah, I love Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel and Hughes together would be magic.
Right?
Magic. But who knows, right? Vegas is always an interesting one that who knows what they're going to do. Like they always pull off some sort of wizardry. So let's move on to Washington. So they have 4.1 in cap space. So there is no needs for them to do anything. They have a full roster. Ovechkin's a UFA next year. As is John Carlson, as is Trevor Van Riemsdyk. So they're going to have even more room. So there's no problems here. The only things they'll trade away is probably problems. So I don't think there's anything there for us. Yeah. Once you take on Winnipeg, and that's the last for the.
And I think Winnipeg's pretty much exactly the same as Washington. So they got $4 million basically,
and a contender, right? And they're playing with being a contender, right?
So they got $4 million cap space.
Yeah.
They got their two top guys tied up. They got lots of guys with these guys have signed there for short deals with
intention.
With intention.
Yeah.
Right. So
Nyquist,
Toes. What's his name? Is it Toes?
Jonathan Taves. Yeah.
Taves. Thank you. I'm reading it and I'm going, what the hell? How do you say that again?
Yeah, this is a couple of Tanner Pearson signed there. I love Tanner Pearson. I wish he was here. I wish Tyler Toffoli was still here. But
even David Gustafsson,
yeah, I don't even know much about that guy. But
he's a solid fourth liner.
Yeah,
not something we need, but I'm just saying,
yeah, there's no needs here. There's no urgency for them.
And we're not getting any of. And even the ones if someone said to me, you can pick anyone except for Scheifele, right?
Right. Like who'd you take? Yeah, and centers wise, they have Nemestikov, Taves. So after Scheifele, so then Taves is your number 2.
Yep. And would I take Taves at $2 million? Probably.
Oh, hell yes.
But
so after that, it's all role players.
He's got a $5 million performance bonus.
All right, so then that'll push them up against the cap. So they have a bit of a cap problem. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah. But yeah, everything past. Well, and Velarde can play center too, but he plays with Scheifele. So it goes Scheifele, Taves, is Morgan Barron, and then it's like whoever, Gustafsson or whoever, right? So.
And Adam Lowry.
Kupari, Rasmus Kupari, which I don't even know much about. Yeah, so there's nothing with Winnipeg.
No.
That was a fun exercise. I've been meaning to do that, and it was fun to do with you. So we did identify probably about 5, maybe 6 players, situations.
And where's that?
But obviously you need 2 willing parties. But that was actually very worthwhile, I thought.
Yeah. And I so for me, I've landed on we should be going for Dylan Holloway. That's who I'm. If I'm management right now, I'm taking a look to see if we can make a deal to get Holloway.
Okay, there you go. I would say, even though I'm not a big fan of the player, Kotkaniemi, Geeky, Schmaltz. I'm just trying to go off the top of my head now. I think there's a few. I think there's a few players that kind of make sense, and it will depend on Hedl, I think, if he's injured or not. I think Petey... Well, I'm of 2 minds. If Petey doesn't show up and like a rocket in the first month and a half, I think he'll be back on the trade block. That's my guess. Yep. I think Rutherford must have liked Petey so much... to trade him over Miller, or to trade Miller over Petey, that he is, they've staked their claim, but they cannot, in good conscience, well, unless you know that the Hughes situation is unresolvable, and you need to keep a franchise player, and Petey is a franchise player. Like he just, 11 million won't be that bad in a couple of years when people are making 16, 17 million. It's bad right now when he's top 5 contract or whatever. But it won't be that bad. And if he, I don't know. I don't even know what the comparable is for someone of that talent to underperform. I mean, it's hard. I have to think about that for a bit. And definitely it would be an NHL wide comparison where that guy just didn't live up to that contract. So
yeah, and I mean when someone doesn't live up to a contract like that, but you know what I find interesting, and I want to say this is last season was shit garbage for him. Yeah, right. We understand, but you could also write it off as the big contract hiccup, right?
Yeah.
The season before, he's almost 90 points, I think.
I know.
Season before that, he broke 100.
Right.
So I have a feeling that we're going to be getting a good Pettersson this year. I don't think it's gonna go sideways.
I think he's getting 80 points minimum. I think 80 to 85 is a very reasonable, unless he's very broken, like completely broken, where he needs another year or so, and then.
Well, if he's if he goes down, if he does another season, I
think he's gone.
We're not getting market rate for him.
No, I think he's gone. It'll be a contract move. We'll take that $11 million, use it elsewhere, and they'll move off of him. Trade him to Carolina.
I think we'd have to eat money. I think we'd be eating cap space.
Maybe. But if he pushes Carolina over the edge to have like this super elite team that. Because Tampa's not the same team they were. The Rangers aren't the same team they were. If they think they can beat Florida with high end skill that Carolina has with a PD, I think it gets done.
Yeah, and they got the room for him too.
I know, it's crazy.
Could you imagine that roster with him?
Oh, Yeah, Carolina is frustrating because they're so good, and then they're also can't make it past the second or third round. Well, I guess conference finals, but perpetual, right? They should be. Look at Toronto.
Even though I think Carolina's got a deeper and a more stronger team than Toronto. But even Washington can get past second round for a couple.
Yeah, that's true.
Seasons there, right?
That's true. I thought you were going to say there's only one team that can win the cup. So,
well, there is, and it's Vancouver. I said that so convincingly.
Awesome. Well, let's wrap it up for this episode. That's a long one. That was a lot of fun, actually. Hopefully, we didn't bore people too much. I'll make sure I chop this up nice and tight. It'll be longer on YouTube, and people see how long it takes us for thinking and getting these stupid names right. Okay, Shylo, have yourself a good evening. We'll talk to you in the next one.
You bet, bud. Bye.
Thank you for watching Canucks Only.
Canucks Only. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe.